po namin Diyos. Maraming salamat po sa buhay at lakas na aming taglay, sa liwanag ng kaisipan at sa pagkakataong maipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan. Gabayan po ang bawat isa sa amin. Anuman ang bahagi na aming gagampanan, naway maging maayos at matagumpay ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral na aming gagawin sa araw na ito. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming mga pagkulang at pagkakasala. At sa aming paggawa, ikaw po ang aming makasama. Amen.
Good morning! Hello! This is Technology and Livelihood Education Cookery 9. Welcome to Valenzuela Live. I am your teacher, Mr. John Kenneth B. de GULA. Here are some reminders for our lesson for today. Number 1 is ML, must listen. Number 2, Dota, do the activity. And number 3 is love of learning. Here's another reminder. Use the chat box for the attendance and for answering questions as we go along. And let's enjoy learning in the comfort of our home. Lesson, plate and present dessert. Here's our learning objectives. Number 1 is identify the accompaniments of desserts. Number 2, enumerate factors to consider in plating and presenting desserts. And number 3 is follow the guidelines in plating and presenting the dessert properly. Let's have a short review first before moving on to our new lesson. And here is our direction. Read each item carefully, then write the letter of the correct answer in the chat box or in your notebook. Number 1, how many seconds should we wash our hands? Letter A, 5. Letter B, 10. Letter C, 15. And letter D, 20. 5 seconds to answer. Number 2, when plugging in or out appliances, what do we need to do? Letter A, use octopus wiring. Letter B, plug it with your wet hands. Letter C, pull the cord with your wet hands. And letter D, make sure that your hands are dry. 5 seconds to answer. Two, one. Here you go. Number 3 question is, what do we need to do when you carry something hot? Letter A, run. Letter B, walk fast. Letter C, walk slowly. And letter D, look backward. 5 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1. Next number 4. How to properly clean fruits and vegetables. Letter A, use hot water. Letter B, wash it with soap. Letter C, peel it before washing. And letter D, wash with running water. 5 seconds to answer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next and last number for our review. The following are the ways on how to keep hair out of the food, except letter A, wear hairnet. Letter B, use head bandana. Letter C, keep your hair loose. And letter D, tie it back if you have long hair. 5 seconds to answer. 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. So I hope everyone's done. So here's our answers. Number 1 is letter D, 20 seconds. Number 2 is letter D, make sure that your hands are dry. Number 3, letter C, walk slowly. Number 4, letter D, wash with running water. And number 5, letter C, keep your hair loose. How many got perfect score? I know lots of you. That's wonderful. So here's another activity for today. I'm going to show you pictures of different accompaniments and garnishes used usually in plating or presenting desserts. You are going to place each pictures if it's used as garnish or accompaniments. Here's the first picture. So we have basil. Where do you think it belongs? Very good. It belongs to garnish. Next picture. So we have honey syrup. Where do you think this one belongs? Very good. It belongs to accompaniments. Number 3 picture. So we have the pastry cream. Where do you think? Good job. It belongs to accompaniments also. And last picture, we have the cherry. Where do you think? Good job. Amazing. It belongs to garnish. So accompaniments and garnishes and decorations for desserts are always considered. Everything on the dessert must be edible and delicious. Dessert syrup, pastry cream, and custard are some example of accompaniments which are just additional to food items that are served with our main dish. While garnishes are substance that use as decorations or embellishments accompanying a food or a drink. Some examples of garnishes that add aesthetic appeal to the dish are fruits, nuts, chocolate, and cookies garnishes. And plating is the art of modifying, arranging, and decorating food item to enhance its aesthetic appeal. So here are some guidelines in plating dessert. Number 1 is make garnishes edible. Garnishes and decorations can enhance your plate presentations, but number 1 rule is to make sure it is always edible or can be eaten by your guests or people. So here's some pictures of garnishes used. Number 1, this one is combination of carrots and cucumber. Next picture, same. These are skins of cucumber that is used as decorations. Third picture, these are carrots and cucumber also. Very good decorations. Number 4 picture, these are peelings or skins of tomato that is used to make roses as a garnish. Next picture. These are cucumber, simple vegetable of cucumber that is used to design or to garnish different kinds of food. Next picture. These are thinly sliced of carrots and red onion. Next picture. This is a very good garnish. Appealing of a combination of cucumber and skin of tomato. Number 2 in guidelines in plating desserts is keep it clean and simple. Do not crowd the plate. Remember that neatness counts. So keep the rim of the plate clean. Here are some pictures to remind us a good and a bad plating. The number 1 picture is a cake with an orange slice of orange on top as decoration or as a garnish. As on the other side of the picture is a bad plating where foods are just scattered around and sauce are just twist on the plate. The frame, you cannot determine the frame or the plate simple and neat. That is a bad picture. That is a no-no. Number three, guideline in preparing desserts is make your garnish related to the dessert on the plate. Always remember that color has an important part in plate presentation. On the first picture, there's a chocolate cake with a chocolate syrup that is very related on the dessert on plate because the chocolate is related on the chocolate syrup. And then the other picture also related. The garnish used is a strawberry, which is also a filling of the dessert that is very related. Number four, fourth guidelines in plating dessert is layer foods and textures in your dessert. Here's a picture that shows a good layering of textures. Picture shows you can easily determine the textures or the ingredients used in your desserts. The bottom has, at least it is a graham bread. The second layer, it is a cream. And the third layer, it is a gelatin. You can easily identify textures or ingredients you use in your dessert. Number five and last, guidelines in plating dessert is try different size and shape of plates. There's pictures of different plates or sizes of plates. Using different plates and sizes of the plate, give it additional presentation and shapes on your dessert. Example is if you're plating um, circle desserts, you may use square desserts to give it more presentation and contrast to the shape of your dessert. These are factors and techniques to consider in food plating that affect the overall appearance of your dessert. Number one is the plate. Plate is the frame of the presentation. There are many sizes, shapes, and colors available. Choosing the right size of plate is important because food should not be crowded onto the plate. Number two. Number two factor is what we call color. Always consider color as an important part of plate presentation. There are different meaning of color in your plate presentation, and here are those. Number one is green that gives fresh and cool effect on your presentation. Number two is red that gives passion and excitement. Third is black that gives sophisticated and elegance to your presentation. And number four is blue that gives natural appetite to presence since it makes food unappetizing. The third factor is the texture. Texture is critical to food presentation as well as enjoyment. Contrasting hard, soft, smooth, and coarse adds visual interest to your food. Number four factor is keep things clean. Food should not be contained or should be contained within the rim of the plate. It should not be crowded in the center and it is pleasing to the eye. It also helps the food server not to touch your food. Number five factor is to garnish to impress. Garnish and decoration can enhance your plate presentation. Keep in mind that accompaniment are any additional food items that are served with the main dish, while garnish are substances used are decoration or embellishments accompanying to a food or drink. The guidelines in plating desserts, number one is make garnishes edible. Two, keep things clean, simple. Three, make garnishes related to the dessert. Four, layer flavors and textures. Five, try different plates. So for our assessment, direction, read the question carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on your notebook. Ready? This is number one. Number one is color of the plate that gives a fresh, full, and soothing looks. Letter A is green, B is red, C is black, D is, you have 5 seconds to answer. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Number two question is, the frame of the presentation is A, texture, B, garnish, C, plate, and letter D, color. 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Number three, it is a critical to food presentation as well as enjoyment. Letter A, texture. B, garnish. C, plate. D, color. 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fourth question. Any additional food items that are served with the main dish? Letter A, texture. B, garnish. C, accompaniment. And letter D, color. 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for our last question for our assessment, these are substances used as decorative or embellishment accompanying a food or drink. Letter A, texture. B, garnish. C, accompaniment. And D, color. 5 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1. I hope everyone's done. And here's our answers. Number one is A, green. Number two is C, plate. Number three is letter A, texture. Number four is letter C, accompaniment. And number five is D, garnish. How many got a perfect score? Very good. How about the others? I know you can do better next time. I hope you learned something today. So for our assignment, for the next meeting or for our next live, number one is, what is food storage? Number two, what are the different sanitary practices when storing desserts? Number three is, what are the different storage techniques? Okay, again, learners, I am very happy that we have finished another fruitful lesson. Once again, I am Sir John Kenneth D. De GULA. Have a good day. Goodbye.